But
late. I didn't want to come.
but
Are we recording now?
welcome to Elevated Coaching, the podcast designed to help group fitness instructors, personal trainers, and health and fitness coaches level up their skills and grow their careers. Hosted by Anna and
Gregory.
That's him. Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to be here.
Right.
Two fitness professionals with 20 years of combined experience. This show delivers the perfect mix of humor, that's mostly from me, and his facial expressions, education, also mostly from me, and entertainment. Welcome.
Which is me. Entertainment is me. Put that in there. And the entertainment side is me.
God. Welcome to Thursday's coaching playbook. On Tuesdays, we were talking about certifications, getting certified to become a group fitness instructor. We told you a little bit of what we did. We told you a little bit of what you maybe shouldn't get into the industry if you don't like, what to look out for, who to seek out, yada, yada, yada. Today, we're going to deep dive into certifications within the certifications.
Specializations.
Oh, yeah, that's a better way to say it, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. You brought your big brain today.
Yes. I've had a lot going on today.
First, let's talk about the things you need to have in order to even sit for your group certification, let alone your specialties. Number one, you have to have a high school diploma, a GED, or if you are 18 and still in high school, for most of the certifying bodies, you will need to have a letter from your school counselor and your parent certifying that you are 18, you are doing well in school, you will likely pass, you're on that trajectory, and they have your explicit consent to become a group fitness professional. Additionally, you will need your CPR with AED. That can be online only for every program. Most of them do not require an in-person portion. So do your homework. There's a lot of very inexpensive.
Wait.
Oh.
We do prefer you to have the in-person.
Oh, 100%. You really should. You really should.
We don't want you to try to do CPR on someone and you never touch someone. Okay?
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Okay.
For sure. Because listen, you are the DJ, the therapist, the exercise professional, the nurse, the doctor, the entertainer, the designer, the athlete. You wear 1,900 hats, and one of them is the lifesaver. Okay, so know what you're doing. For sure, he's right. Know what you're doing.
We don't want you to kill them either.
However, just as an aside, if you don't crack ribs, you're not doing effective compressions. So you really should crack some ribs.
Oh my God. I got CPR. I don't know what to do. Well, you're alive, but I broke
30 and 2, 100 BPMs.
I broke 3 ribs.
Well, I mean, you will break 3 ribs,
Oh
probably.
my gosh.
Probably will, especially with the older ladies in Aqua.
Yeah. So make sure you do the in-person part.
It's important. All right, what do you want to dive into first?
I don't care.
Aqua,
It's
because you
whatever.
love Aqua.
Oh.
Listen, if you want to get hired straight away, get an Aqua certification. You put Aqua on your resume, hired.
You'll be called the same day within
Same day.
30 minutes of filling out the application.
That is accurate information, 100%. Dance instructors, the exact opposite happens. Oh, you're Zumba certified? Let me just go ahead and put you at the bottom of the pile because you're a one-trick pony and I could throw a rock and hit a Zumba instructor. Okay? No, I'm not putting down Zumba. It's a lot of people do it. All right, so cycle. No, that's my love. We're talking about yoga. No. Aqua.
You can have that cycle crap.
Aqua, whatever. You love cycle. Okay, Aqua.
What about Aqua?
Do you recommend that they get an in-person certification for Aqua, or do you think it doesn't matter? Because there's in-person and there's just online. I'm technically Aqua certified, but if you ask me to teach a class...
I would say you can go get an Aqua certification, yes. But
Okay.
the one thing about an Aqua certification that I would suggest is before you start teaching class, learn... Oh my gosh.
That's so annoying.
That's your notification.
It's so annoying. Okay.
I can't, I came with my thinking cap on, but now I can't think of the words. Learn the dynamics of the water. In other words, go hop in the water and just
Feel.
yes. Teaching water is completely different than teaching on land.
Mm.
So it's like, hey, you gotta understand how to really feel and coach whenever you're teaching aqua. It's not like the same as if you're in a land-based class, just to give you that heads up. So if you do go get an aqua certification, go hop in the water. It's really, really easy for some places to get an aqua certification. One of the best places to get your aqua certifications is AEA.
AEA. What does that stand for?
I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I have to look it
There's
up.
so many letters in group fitness.
Yes, it's AEA. It's an AEA certification. They teach you the ins and outs of everything aqua related.
What's the one that I always see for like the big conventions? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I really should have looked that up.
You should look that up. Just like I should look up
What AEA means.
AEA means. AEA means.
Why can't I think of it?
Oh my gosh, who knows? Don't know. I don't know.
Anyway, with aqua, you definitely don't want to be that instructor that teaches in the water. And I know this sounds like, well, what do you mean? Or I've taken a class where the instructor was amazing and was in the water. Okay, but how much of their body could you actually see? If they were amazing and they were in the water, they probably had some really good cueing and coaching abilities. And I can promise you, if you're brand new to this industry, you will not come armed with that yet. Eventually you'll get it. You'll find your voice. You'll figure out what works for you. You'll be able to describe things very, very easily. But it takes a little while, and a little while can be anywhere from 3 months to 3 years. Honestly, I've seen instructors who have been teaching forever, and they're not good because they don't get feedback in coaching, and that's really what we wanted to make sure that we provided. Did you find it?
Yes, it is Aquatic Exercise Association.
Ooh, there's a whole association,
And
y'all.
they really do tell you should spend 8 to 12 weeks studying this material before you hop out there.
You know how long it took me to do my aqua certification?
How?
45 minutes.
Yeah, my first one is about that. That's about right.
Because you need something called CECs or CEUs, continuing education credits or continuing education units. They're interchangeable. It depends who you're with. But you will need those, and you will need a certain amount of those depending on... Are you looking at yourself again?
No, it's like a perfect line right here.
Oh, because I'm like...
It's like I was
lined
looking
up
at the
with
screen like, yeah.
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks like we're split, yeah.
Yeah. I see it. We're not. I can do this. Okay. There are weekends, just so you know, around the nation in some of the bigger cities where there are conventions for just continuing ed credits. And it could be anything from musicology to actually getting in the water and doing aqua classes and aqua certifications, any specialty certs. A lot of times you'll have big vendors there, things like Rogue, TRX that you see behind us, Kettlebell Kings, things like that. They will all be there. You can talk to them. You can play with the newest equipment, all the stuff. I've never been, but any of these certifications are usually showcased there. I can't guarantee it because it just depends. But look those up because those are a good time. Okay, so that's aqua. What else with aqua? I will warn you, if you are sensitive to chemical smells, okay, like chlorine, like bromine, if you don't like a hot, humid climate,
yes,
because it usually is hot and humid indoors, and if you can't deal with sounds echoing, aqua's not for you.
Oh, and another part, you have to be mentally strong dealing with aqua. It's usually an older crowd, and they have no problem telling you how they feel.
Yeah.
I love my older crowd. You will find some younger people with injuries that will come to the pool for a good workout, and you can make it really fun. However, this is important. Compared to a land class, the aqua ladies, they do not bite their tongue. I remember I remember my first time teaching at a gym and aqua class. One of the ladies got out. Well, a few of them got out and said, "Hey, you have to step this up. You have to be better."
Did you play out oldies?
No, I didn't play. I don't play oldies in the classes
They don't
like it sometimes. Well, it depends on where you go. Some places they might like oldies, but yeah, they told me when they got out of the pool, "Hey, this workout sucked.
Yeah.
Step it up, buddy, or you're not gonna be here long."
And he said,
"Oh, okay, all right.
I got you.
Okay,
I got you." Yeah. They will also be your biggest advocate. If they want something, they're the loudest group for sure to your general managers. They have no problem going to upper management and being like, "Hey, we need Gregory on the schedule like 4 times a week. This is when we would like him. He needs to split between days and nights. We want it to be an hour-long class. And we're going to need you to shut down the sauna because we don't like people walking through."
Oh, yeah, and aqua is usually an hour-long class.
Yeah. Like, they will give all of the feedback, positive, negative, and it doesn't matter. They won't stop going to your class. Even if they don't like you, they really won't stop going to your class. They'll just start ignoring you and talk to each other.
While you were on the deck teaching.
Yeah. Yes. And if they don't like the move that you told them to do, they will do their own move while talking to each other with their back turned to you. So, like, you can either show up for them and do the things that they want you to do or not, but they're going to do their own thing most of the time anyway. So
Correct.
there's that. Yeah. Yeah. Aging populations, kind of the same way. Again, even if it's land-based aging population classes, this is something that has grown exponentially right along there with pickleball. Like, in terms of...
Pickleball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fastest growing sport in the world.
Okay. It is.
Yeah. Same with group fit. Aging populations classes have exploded. So alongside aqua, if you have any passion at all for aging populations, if you want to teach something maybe a little bit slower, a little bit lighter, that is a good way to get hired right out the bat.
Chair exercises, all of that.
Yeah, Silver Sneakers.
Silver Sneakers.
They do great work. That is in person. And they give you a ton of knowledge, tons of education. They email you. There are newsletters. There's a whole community for Silver Sneakers. And the great thing is most insurance companies will pay for the members to go. So you will have a lot of members attend that class if your gym goes through insurance companies in order to provide payment to the instructor or to the facility for that class.
And a little side note, you will find some places that will pay a little bit more money than your average gym.
Yeah.
To teach the older population.
Yeah, 100%. And that's something that you can also contract to. You can go to aging populations facilities, right? Like old folks' homes, we're not supposed to say anymore, I don't think.
Retirement homes.
Retirement communities. They love having people come in. So definitely check your communities if that's something that you have a passion for, but it is a passion. Like any specialty certifications, I would say, are passion points. So don't get into something that you're not interested in at all. Have some sort of interest, and then getting the certification, you'll at least get continuing ed credits at minimum. Max, you might find something that you absolutely love that you had no idea you would love. Or you might find that you don't like teaching something, but you like taking it.
Like cycle.
You like teaching cycle.
Which is our next specialization.
Cycling is my very first love. I love cycle. I love everything about cycle.
I'm just here to make sure you don't go on a tangent.
Okay. All right. I'll keep it short.
Okay.
So with cycle, there are lots of different certifications you can get. You can get anything like gear from AFA that is very generalized, or you can go way more specific and do a Mad Dog, a Schwinn. If you want to work at a boutique like Cycle Bar, Soul Cycle, Sweat, Star Cycle, I'm trying to think of any other that I know off the top of my head. If you want to work for any of those, to my knowledge, None of those currently require you to have a group fit certification, nor do they require you to have a cycle certification. I will tell you it is very helpful in terms of knowledge and education base to have that on your own, but it is not a requirement. They will teach you their way. You will still need to audition for any boutique, for any big box gym if you want to teach any of these. So going in thinking, oh, well, I've taken 100 cycle classes, thinking that you can then coach without any coaching practice or any skills or any education is, I got nothing. I don't know. That's super annoying. Look at the door. I'll just get out of this walkway and blow it into that room. There's a guy who's literally blowing dust under the door into this room. It's fine. He can see that we're doing this, by the by. So if you want to work in a boutique, you will make more money, guaranteed. You'll make more money right off the bat. I want to say the starting pay rate for most boutique cycle companies is like $25 per class, and then it will go up per head is usually how it is. Yeah, so it'll be like $25. This is how it was when I first started Cycle Bar. $25 is your class pay. For every 5 participants, you get $5 more on top, all the way up to whatever their max is. If you fill a class, there's usually a flat rate with a bonus for filling a class. So like I had a flat rate of $110 a class, but if I had a wait list, I would get $120 a class. So you are incentivized, the more people you bring in to your rides, the more you get paid. So for me, my 5:30 a.m. class was always fully booked with a wait list. My 9 a.m. class was always fully booked with a wait list. My 4 o'clock class, which is an obscure time, usually only had about 30 people in it. So that class I made way less, but then my 5:30 p.m. class, totally full with a wait list. So you can make a lot more money with that pay structure than you can with a big box gym that'll say, okay, well, you make $20 an hour before tax. And it's a 45-minute class, so we're paying you for 45 minutes. Even though you have to and are expected to be there 15 minutes early, 15 minutes late, and you do not get paid for your time to playlist or even put your class plan together. Like, that's not a thing. Not a thing. So, make sure you do your homework if you have options of where to work. I'm way more knowledgeable about Cycle Bar than anywhere else because that's where I worked. There are lots of different types of rides you can do, anything from like a real rider situation, so bikes that actually move back and forth that mimic riding outdoors, to something like a soul cycle where you're dancing on a bike going 180 out of the saddle with choreography. So there's a big range that you can do, and that really depends on how you like to ride, how your body feels when you ride, and how much you want the music to take over. Do you want it to be in the background? Do you want it to be in the foreground? Do you want it to be the driver? Do you want it to be background music while you ride through the hills of the Appalachian Mountains? I don't know. So definitely do your due diligence. Okay, yoga,
Pilates, and bar.
Yoga, Pilates, and bar. So yoga, you do not necessarily have to be yoga teacher trained, YTT, in order to teach something like a sunrise yoga. Or for Les Mills, it's a body balance. It used to be body flow. Those are very, what are we doing?
Just keep talking.
You Snapchatting?
Yeah, just Snapchatting.
Gotta
keep my streaks up.
Oh, okay. I see. I mean, orders of importance for sure.
Oh my gosh.
But you can do a sunrise yoga. Pilates, same thing. This is not, Joseph Pilates, traditional Pilates class. This is more of a mat Pilates situation. So this isn't a reformer. This isn't a megaformer. Most Pilates studios, again, just like Cycle Bar, just like any boutique that we'll talk about, they are going to have their own prerequisites and their own education for how they want you to instruct. Some places, if they have certain types of equipment, require you to go through that type of training. So again, the main takeaway with any of these is do your homework. Figure out what they want. Figure out what their needs are. If they need a 5:30 a.m. and you're like, I cannot get up before 9 a.m. to save my life, do not sign up for a 5:30 a.m. class. Like, do not say you can teach that. You'll be late 3 times, you'll be fired, and then good luck getting hired anywhere. Bar. Yoga Pilates bar. I mean, you're the expert on bar. Look at his face.
I hate bar. I hate bar.
Why do you hate bar?
I hate bar. It's a bunch of tiny movements.
It is a bunch of tiny
Impulse.
impulse.
Stupid.
I will tell
works.
you.
Bar is a great class. It's a great class. Everyone should take bar. Bar is so lovely. Oh my gosh, I love bar. That's a big lie.
Okay.
He's still going.
Bar, unless you are at a strict ballet teaching facility, if you are a professional ballerina and you cannot pull yourself away from the way you've been taught, please do not go to a big box gym and be like, I am a professional ballerina and I'm going to teach them how to be ballerinas. Number one, they don't speak French. Number two, edutainment is a thing. And the biggest part of edutainment is entertainment. It is boring AF to be on a bar, I'll go this way, on a bar and just lift and 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 lift. What the hell time is it? I'm done lifting. That's how people will feel. So if you want to do bar in a gym, in a big box gym setting, please take a bar class first. The best of the best put on really fun music. They vacillate between floor work and actually on the bar work. They incorporate light weights, and their music is entertaining, and they're entertaining, and they're not just on the bar with you the whole time. They're walking the room, they're helping you, and they only use French once in a while, okay? Those are the best of the best, for sure. We'll have to have my friend Jasmine on. She just does it better than anyone I know. She actually is a professional ballerina. She is the rat queen in the Nutcracker in Dallas. I know. All right, let's talk about Zumba and dance.
I don't take it, so.
It is fun. It is very fun.
I don't take any of that. No dance classes. Zero, zilch, none.
I think you'd be fun in a dance class. You'd be fun to watch in a dance class.
You're absolutely right. It would
Yeah.
be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because while they're turned around one way, I'm going to be turned around the other way.
Walking out?
Yeah, that too. Do not keep up.
Okay, listen. I am not putting down dance. I know some amazing dancers that teach phenomenal dance classes. They all, as an aside, have their own brand of how they teach, who they are, and their style, okay? That's amazing. If you've built a brand, I am not putting down dance. I will tell you that things like Les Mills, things like Zumba, things like, I can't think of another one off the top of my head actually. That's pay to play. Okay, it is not difficult to get Zumba certified. If you paid for the training, you're Zumba certified. That's it. That doesn't mean that you are amazing. That means that you paid for a certification and you showed up, and that's that. That's it. Les Mills, I guess I shouldn't say that. Les Mills is a little more picky. You do have to send in a video that they give a yes or no on.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that with Zumba, but I literally could throw a rock. If I had a full-on casting call for a brand new gym that was opening and I divided up, hey, aqua instructors over here, HIIT instructors here, cycling instructors here, yoga bar Pilates here, dance over there. Dance would probably have more people in it than all the other ones combined. Like, that is how frequent people want to teach dance. So if that is the only thing on your resume, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do not become a one-trick pony for dance, because you will go to the bottom of the pile. If you are not versatile, if there's nothing else that you teach, you are not a good tool in the toolbox for any GM, unless you are a ZES, right? An elevated Zumba instructor, like you're the best of the best and you already have a following, then maybe. Or if you have a really big online presence, maybe, possibly.
And within dance, there are several other different styles of
100%.
dance classes.
Yeah.
So you have to find out which one you're taking. They're
Yeah.
not just the Zumba. It might say Zumba. You could walk into a mixed fit class, or I don't know. There's a whole lot of dance classes out there.
What was that booty one?
Mm-hmm.
There was like a booty, it was like a mix of dance and yoga. What the hell was that
never
called?
heard of that one.
Oh, it was a good one.
Oh my gosh!
And it was just for the booty. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah. Yeah, he's right. There are tons of different subspecialties of dance. So one might be Latin dance. Best class I ever took was African dancing. I love that. I was all about that. Hip hop. I mean, like you said, the mixed classes that have all different types of genres. Definitely do your due diligence in looking at what people need or want, and have your own niche of what you're good at. Okay, that's all I got for dance. What do you have?
Oh my gosh!
Did you find it?
No.
Oh. Careful what you Google.
This is a real thing, though.
I told you.
What do you call it? The booty dance workout.
Oh, I don't know.
Booty.
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 B-U-T-I.
Booty. Booty ballet. Foga.
This is what I have. He's glitching.
Booty ballet foga. That's what it says. Booty ballet foga.
Foga. Oh, it does. Foga. Fake yoga? Faux yoga? Foga?
It's called.
I feel like you're swearing at me when you say that.
That's what
oh,
it
yeah?
says.
Foga you.
Yeah. There you go.
What? Okay, you have anything else for dance?
No.
How about hit and cardio kick / mixed martial arts / boxing? That was your first cert?
No, I just taught a hit class.
Yeah.
I didn't have a certification for it. Oh yeah, Boxmaster. Class was offered at the YMCA. That was one of my very first specialization certifications. Boxmaster. I took it with the Stairmaster. Is it Stairmaster? Or the Core or something, whatever group. Yeah, whatever that group is. That was the same group that also I got my Schwinn certification through. That made me feel like crap from a spin. You know, that's a whole different story on a different day. Yes, I got my Boxmaster certification. That was one of my very first specializations. Oh, I also got this HIT certification through that very same company as well. Yes.
Yeah. So HIT training, if you are a creative individual, if you like to be able to design lots of different ways to get people to hate you or flip you off, for sure, teach HIT. Teach HIT. If you are attempting to get somebody to cuss at you or puke or just fall out, do that.
Or
for sure.
Want to fight you after class.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, do that.
Yeah.
Cardio kick, I will tell you, I love any kind of hit, kick, lunge, punch, knee to the face, any of it. I leave those classes like,
such violence.
I wish somebody would say something to me.
Violent.
I wish that I would bump into Gregory in the parking lot.
Bet you would.
Yeah. So because of that, I don't want to teach that class. Because if I teach that class, if I learn how to teach that class, I'm going to spend the whole class analyzing the way the instructor teaches. And now all of my joy is gone. It's gone. So this is where I caution you, do not get a subspecialization of a class that you want to take for you all the time. Because you will not be able to turn off your brain from like, why does he keep saying the word 900 times? Why did he cue that? What's he doing to this song? What is happening right now? This is not the move you would do to this song. You can't turn that off. And it ruins the whole class for you. I'm a phenomenal cycle instructor. And when Gregory takes my class, he still notates things, Shazams things.
Phenomenal was a stretch.
Phenomenal. I am a phenomenal
was a stretch.
cycle instructor.
That's
Phenomenal.
I mean, you average, you decent.
Average.
Mediocre.
At best.
You know.
I'm phenomenal. So, hit, cardio, kick. Please know this will take a toll. Any kind of plyometrics class will take a toll on your joints for sure. If you already have bad joints, maybe not the class for you to try to do 100% of the work. Maybe you show a couple rounds of something and then you tap out. Ha! That was punny. Did you hear that?
Leave the entertainment over here. We saw what you tried to do. You set it up nice, but it's like, okay, all right. That's what we need, little sounds. Like.
I mean, I think I'm funny. Boom.
Yeah, be like, boom.
Okay, great. I'll see if I can work that in. Pre and post natal classes. This goes right along with the passion of like aging populations. This is a very niche population. I personally want nothing to do with it because you have 2 lives in your hands, not just one. Okay? So really get very highly educated. This is one where this is not, and for those of you who are already certified and you're like, oh, this would be an interesting thing to know and like say I'm certified in. This is not one where you can just breeze over the information and like hope that you pass a test. You better be dialed into every bit of the information and retain it like nothing else. Because if you are in a prenatal group fit class, you have 2 times the lives in your hands, and that could go wrong in many, many ways. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm just saying, like, know what you're getting into. Postnatal, not as scary, but you still have to be very, very aware. Very, very aware. Anything?
Nope.
Okay. Stretch and flex.
Ugh. Can't believe I just did. What? Stretch and flex is very, 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 very easy. No. The actual stretch and flex certification is pretty easy, pretty simple.
Oh, cert? Yeah.
Yeah. But you do have to realize that like places like stretch therapy, stretch lab, stretch zone. I think they have one that's called iFlex. These places are what we call hands-on assisted, hands-on one-on-one stretching. That is a different animal. Mostly anyone who decides they want to get a stretching certification, you have to be very, very, very comfortable with touching people because you
not just touching people. You're like all up in there.
That's what I was getting to. But yes, you are all up in there, and you have to be very, very comfortable doing that. A lot of people that have came to me and asked me questions about it, it's like, yes, it's a great certification. It's great information to learn. It's great information to go over. But when you get into it, it's not for the weak. And also, my biggest advice is whenever you learn how to stretch someone, assisted stretching 101, you have to make sure you pay attention to your own body mechanics because you can easily hurt yourself or injure yourself or anything when you're stretching someone, and you don't want to go through that. It is very rough on your body if you do not pay attention to your own body mechanics whenever you're doing assisted hands-on one-on-one stretching.
Yeah, and it's tiring.
Yes.
It is not easy. Like, it is a workout.
So the running joke with me was I would do 3 stretches in a day, and that I'm tapped out. And I'm tapped out on just being that close to people.
He doesn't want to be this close. This is
I
real
really don't want
close.
to be this close, just even in this recording right now.
Mhm.
But 3 people is my max. That third person, when we start, it's just whew. It's a woosah moment. So,
Yep.
but I've also learned to help make my life easier. Is I like to teach my clients quite a few moves that they can do on their own to get them warmed up before getting them on the table to stretch them. That way I don't have to like take my soul away of trying to get you to stretch.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's fair. And for personal trainers, this is an invaluable certification. I personally think that every single personal trainer should also have some sort of stretch, flex, roll and recover, whatever it is, certification, because your clients as a whole don't know what they're doing. They literally don't know what they're doing. You think they might know how to stretch. You just ask somebody to stretch their hamstring and watch all the different things they do.
The goal, especially when it comes to personal training, is you want your clients to build strength, but you also want them to be able to move efficiently and better in the long run.
Yeah.
You will find that everyone has some type of knee, shoulder, and hip issues. Oh,
Yeah.
and back issues.
Yeah.
And so part of your job is basically to help this person move efficiently, move better, just help them improve their way of life.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will also, one thing, just as an aside, one thing that used to make me crazy when I would train instructors how to do this, and still makes me crazy when instructors do this, okay? Let's say I just took Gregory's class. It was a lower body only class. Lower body only, no upper body. He's gonna say, take a deep breath. Bring your right arm across your chest. What? Why? Why are we stretching our shoulders? It was a lower body class. So like, even as group fitness instructors,
I knew where you were going with that.
please, it makes me crazy. Why are we stretching our triceps when all we worked was our damn glutes?
Oh my gosh.
Why are we just focused on our lower body, okay? Please, don't waste time stretching things that you didn't even work. Group fitness instructors, listen to me when I tell you, you have 4 minutes at the end of class on average to stretch your class. Only stretch the things you actually worked. Let me slow it down. Don't waste time stretching things you did not have them work. Okay, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, there are some other ones like behavior change, nutrition coach, sports nutrition, bodybuilding, meal prep. Like, these things are definitely pieces of education that can be helpful.
Or virtual online coaching.
We didn't even talk about, that's like a whole thing. We could talk about that one in a second because that's a whole thing. But the ones that I just named, that's great education for you to have. However, it is widely considered to be outside of what you should be telling people to do with a group fit certification. Now, when you're a personal trainer, that changes things a little bit, but you can get those sub-certifications while being a group fitness instructor, but that is not within your scope of practice. So even though you have any of those certs, it's technically considered outside your scope of practice unless you're personal training people, okay? So don't tell the bulk of your group of people coming to take your class like, hey, all of you should be eating 2 grams of protein per pound of current body weight. You don't know if one of those people has a kidney disease and now you've gone and told them something that's going to harm them and put them in the hospital. Okay, so just stay away from it. Okay, that was a good one. Talk about that, virtual.
What you mean talk about it? What is there to talk about?
Have you ever taught virtually?
No.
Oh, I have.
Exactly. That's why you should talk about it.
Oh, okay. Virtual training certification. I've never taken. I've never taken that certification.
But they are available.
They are available and hopefully helpful. I can't say that they're helpful because I don't really know.
Wait. The only thing I'm kind of confused about is a lot of the places that offer virtual online coaching. They don't. I feel like you should have a prerequisite for it.
Yeah.
Like at least a Group X certification or
Yeah.
personal training certification. Some of the ones
I know we will.
Yeah, I know some of the ones I've looked up. They don't mention any type of prerequisite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's a
and
problem.
the certification is actually not that expensive. I'm like, okay, so you're letting people online coach without a
Yeah.
cert? Okay.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, if you end up joining what we're currently creating, you will have to have a group fit cert and you will have to have a virtual cert if you want to do virtual classes for sure. Coming soon. Soon is relative, I suppose. However, okay, if you cannot do this, if you cannot just talk to a screen, if you cannot teach a class, for those of you who are already group fitness instructors, if you rely on the amount of people who take your class for the energy that you give in that class, probably virtual training is not for you. Like, I could teach to no one and be so hype. You know it's true. It's so true. I have taught to a class of one before, and I was just as hype as I was dancing around the room.
You could put on a whole concert by yourself.
Oh, 100% to a white wall. For sure. I could face a white wall and have a party. It is not a problem. So I'm like made for virtual coaching because I laugh at my own jokes. I tell jokes that nobody else hears. I dance. I have a good time. Okay? If none of those things resonate with you, you better do a lot of practicing on social media, talking to a camera like on your stories, or just talking to no one and recording yourself and listening to what you sound like, what you look like, because it's not for everyone. People make it look very easy, and it's not necessarily easy at all.
Bingo.
All right, what else we got? That's all I have for today.
That's it.
So, let us know if you have any questions about subspecialty certifications, recommendations. SCW, that's what it's called. SCW. Those are the weekends of fitness, the big...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, the CECs.
Yes, for all the CECs. So it's going to be, where all of the companies are at, all the different certifications are there. SCW. So look that up. That's a good one. It is a fitness party, and you will leave absolutely exhausted. So soon we will be having guests on. We will be interviewing people. Tuesday, I didn't even look. What are we talking about Tuesday?
Who knows? You got your whole planner right here.
Yeah, I know, but it's in my phone, I think.
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I think I have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Should we do this? Should we sit here and not say anything and look it up?
Why not?
We would love to know what questions you all have. I've been putting polls on each post, so make sure that you're interacting with those. Make sure you give us a follow, share. All right, there's a lot of group fit instructors out there, people who want to become group fit instructors that really don't know where to start. So for many of you who are like, oh my gosh, I'm already a group fitness instructor and so far they haven't helped me with anything. Well, that's because we're starting from the beginning. So next week, we will be talking about interviewing.
Interviewing what?
Like going for an interview.
Oh.
Going for an interview.
Be prepared to put in an audition.
No, auditions is the week after.
Okay, then what are we interviewing? Never mind. Go ahead. Are we finished? Is it okay?
We're finished.
Can I provide the coaching tip of the day?
Please.
Meet them where they are. Every client comes in with different experiences, strengths, and challenges. As a coach, your job isn't to force them into a one-size-fits-all plan. It's to guide them where they are to where they want to be.
Did you write that yourself?
No, it's ChatGPT. Jeez, can't think of all this.
Oh, God. Okay, close this out.
All right. Well, my name's Gregory, and this is
Anna.
Worrisome.
What?
Keep going.
Go change some lives, folks.
Go change some lives. Where do you get that from?
Love you, bye.